Hey everyone, it's Albert from Albert and Cars. Welcome back to my channel. Today I just want to go through something a bit personal with you folks. So a few days ago, one of my subscriber, aka you guys, left a really warm felting comment in one of my videos, especially the one that's regarding my first meet. So what he said was he basically complimented my work ethics, and most importantly, he recognized my deep passion for cars. So for me, cars is much more than just a vehicle that drives you from A to B. It is a lifestyle, a passion, and more importantly for what I'm doing right now, it's kind of like a business. So in this video, I just want to go through my motorhead obsession, especially for the Porsche brand, how it began, where it's taking me, and why I can't really get enough of all these cars. So if you guys are interested, let's dive into it. So way back when I was like 8 or 9, back then PlayStation just came out, and one of their really popular driving games, Gran Turismo, came out. So in one of their trailers, there was this weird looking car that drove right past me, and after doing some research, I realized it's one of the first gen air turbo, Porsche 911. From that on, I was absolutely hooked. So I started learning everything that I could regarding the Porsche brand, the history, the engineering, the philosophy. It's really cool how after so many years, Porsche still kept its passion and its silhouette, and it still looks really similar. So when I was doing my research regarding this brand, I found there's so many different 911s. There's a Turbo S, the regular Carrera, GT3, right? And each Porsche, believe it or not, has its own unique DNA. So for the Turbo S, let's say, it's mainly a daily driving rocket. It's really planted, it's really super fast, it's just really good for daily driving. Carrera, I would say it's an entry-level 911, but even though it was entry level, it beats pretty much everything on that same category. And if you go to a bit more track light, there's a GT3 and of course a GT3 RS. So for that car, they did a 4-liter naturally aspirated engine, runs to around 9,000 RPM, and oh my god, like the exhaust sound is just brilliant. The 992.2, they actually added double whistle on the front, and then they added the swan-like spoiler. Honestly, it's the nicest Porsche 911 I've ever seen. Owning one, let's be real, that's the absolute dream. Back then, my dream was to actually have one, drive it every day, drive it to work, go to car meets, car cruises, friends, go to track days. And I'm really proud to say, after so many years, that's what I'm actually doing right now. So some people ask me, why Porsche, and specifically why the Porsche 911? And to that, my answer is actually really simple. Porsches are different. They're not about screaming for attention, but you can if you want. They're not just about the speed, design, they're about the precision, balance, and the sheer joy of driving. Last but not least, the manual. To me, a DD has to be fun, it has to be practical, but I still would like that manual transmission. I remember around 10 years back, when I actually first test drove Porsche, I actually test drove the Cayman GTS, and the engine was right at the back. Yes, it's not a 911, but back then, it was right out of my reach. Cayman was more kind of at that level which I'm willing to spend, and that drive, that 15-20 minute drive was absolutely amazing. The exhaust sound, how agile it is, the balance was just bang on. So back then, I know if the Cayman drives this nice, the 911 would be like, won't be far, or it will be a lot better. So why did I buy the Targa 4 GTS in manual? Let me take you through my thinking process. So I had a few cars. My first car was the Audi TT in manual, BMW Z4, also manual. I have an S5 Coupe, also manual. That was the 4.2 liter naturally aspirated car. After that, we have a Mini Cooper S, manual as well. So all along, I had manual cars. We have other cars too, but I'm just gonna focus on the one that's like fun. And because I've had manual cars for a while, I know the feeling of sitting in traffic, going on highways, stalling, especially if you're going uphill. I know all that. But even all that, I still think having a manual car in my garage is a long-term thing to do. So there's actually coupe, cab. Why did I choose the Targa? So if I'm just looking for a track weapon, I'll definitely get the coupe. It's way more rigid. It's way more lighter. I believe it's around 160 pounds lighter than the Targa. But for me, track days is a must, but it's not every weekend. I go it once or twice per season, so I don't really need to be that light. But thinking again, if I'm going to keep this car in the long run, I do enjoy the open top drives, and honestly the cab, it's nice to some people, but for me, I don't really like how when it's closed, when the top is closed, there's this hump at the back. And the Targa, as you can see at the back, is purely glass. It's very nice, it's very elegant. I like fashion, and I really love how the Targa represents a cool blend of the modern and kind of a throwback silhouette. At every angle, I think the Targa looks absolutely gorgeous. Adding the resale value factor as well, for a resale-wise, Targa do hold its value. All these reasons, I chose the Targa for GTS. What's next? So I have this car for 2 years now. I did a lot of car meets, track days. I met a few of you folks. I actually did my first car meet, which is super cool. I appreciate all those who came. In 2025, I do plan to do more car meets. I do plan to organize more cruises. I'm from Niagara, not that close to Toronto, so I want to do more car meets that will actually promote local businesses. For car meets, you don't have to have a Porsche car. I just want all Niagara motorheads to kind of just have fun, get to know each other. So all in all, my goal in 2025 is to just do more car meets, get to know more people. So what's my plan for my next car, which I'm sure everybody knows if you've been watching my previous videos, GT3. I definitely want a GT3 in my stable. Again, I'm not in a hurry, but I want to have a GT3 before they actually stop producing it. And of course, I want a GT3 that's in manual. There's the wing and touring, but I think I'm going to go for the wing. Main reason is I'm going to keep this Targa no matter what. I think it's been great. I love it. Everyday driving, this is one of the best cars in my opinion to have. So this to me kind of overlaps with the GT3 touring. So to me, if I'm going to get a GT3, I definitely want the winged version. So that is it, guys. That's my own story. Do let me know in the comments below, what do you think, and do let me know what's your story too. What car are you driving right now? How did it started? What's your next dream car? Any plans for 2025? Do let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching this quick video, guys. Have a great day.